StartupRad.io, your podcast and YouTube blog covering the German startup scene with news, interviews, and live events.
Hello and welcome everybody. This is Joe from StartupRad.io, your startup podcast and YouTube blog from Germany. Today you see me twice because this here is part of the product of the startup that I'm just going to interview. I would like to welcome Dimitri. Hey, welcome.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Can you tell us a little bit about you and your very nice product here to our viewers?
Of course. Hi, I'm Dimitri. I'm the CEO and founder of the company Freyman, Frankfurt Man. So that's where we actually come from. And our company is about photography, streaming photography. We want to bring photography again out of the clouds. We want to make photography great again. And we really search for different solutions how we can visualize photography as easy as possible, like Spotify for photography. And this, the Freyman Player, is one of our very first devices we ship now in 35 countries because we kickstarted it on the crowdfunding platform.
You've just been closing a campaign at Kickstarter.
Yes.
This is where you sold your frame. So can you tell us a little bit about the Kickstarter campaign and this product first? And secondly, there's a second person, your brother, behind the camera. He's going to be the cameraman today. So if everything goes wrong, it's his fault. Just wave your hand a little bit. Tell the people hello. So, and in total, there are 3 people here,
Yeah, we're
right?
3, like the founding team are out of 3 people. Like this is my bro founder, Alexander. So we are brothers. We're working since years on projects together. And now finally we have our joint startup together. And the third one in the row is Svet. So he's our solution architect. And we have 3 other people who support us. They are already full-time part of Freyman, also developer and business development. So we are a quite nice 6-guy company currently.
6 guy, okay. And from what I understand, first came the WeWork Creator Awards. By the way, we are right now here in WeWork Frankfurt, Goethestraße. And that's why you are here. And then there came the crowdfunding campaign?
Yes, correct. So 1 year ago, when we started with the vision to create new places for photography, we applied with our very first prototype for the WeWork Creator Awards in Berlin. And we submitted our garage video, how we just made our very first prototype. It was a Raspberry Pi version. So we ordered a screen on Amazon and we just plugged in all the components together. We could maybe link this video in the show notes. And with this video, we applied and they got us directly to the final, like for the final startups to this WeWork Creator Awards. And in the Incubate category, we performed and finally became one of the WeWork Creator Award winners in the Incubate category, which means now for us to have for the whole team 1 year for free membership at WeWork desks here in Frankfurt. And on addition, we also received a funding from WeWork, and this is really our accelerator, which helped us to bring the prototype to the next level, which is now the Freyman Player, which we produce. This one we showed then to like the Kickstarter community in June this year, so it was a bit more than a half year later. We worked here and we worked very hard together with the community of WeWork. I think this is very special to mention because we needed some UX support, we need some development support, we need some people who had knowledge about import, export, China production, fulfillment center, and all these people have been here. We met them and with this community together we leveraged the product.
That would have just been one of my questions because you cannot just simply produce it in your garage. You can do the prototype, but not the mass production.
Yeah.
And how did you approach that? I mean, first you gave some thoughts to the crowdfunding campaign, Kickstarter, and then you gave some thoughts to the production, right?
Yeah.
What did you think? How did it work?
Yeah, so it was pretty clear that we want a solution which is pretty scalable. That means it should be by software, also downloadable on other devices. as this is our first product, we very soon will also launch the next product. Maybe we'll talk later about that. And so we needed a solution which had some operating system which we don't have to develop from scratch, and we found that, and this is what we run here. We had some support from a German engineering company. It's kind of Porsche for consulting. You might know Zülker Engineering. This is a Swiss-based company, but they also have an office here in Frankfurt, and they helped us to find like the right approach, how to build a scalable product with the right software, where we just install our app on the frame and players. So this is basically an XXL Android device, which is like in the background, and on the foreground runs our app. So this was the very first step to understand if you want to go mass market, you need to take components which are mass market. And for example, all the CPUs, quad cores, flash drive, all
and
these
get
things.
them newly assembled, right?
Yes. So like it is assembled directly. Currently at that place where also iPhones are assembled, like in China, in Shenzhen. This is where our manufacturer is currently producing the first batches. And yeah, they sent us over the time several samples. We reviewed them, the quality, like we made a lot of tests, and then finally we decided to take this one as our final product, certified together in 2 different colors, in black or white frame. And this product is now sold on Kickstarter, and we funded $100,000 on Kickstarter. We are very happy to have this strong community now behind us, because these are the real early adopters who understand that photography is more than just taking pictures. It's also about enjoying photography.
Basically, with this frame, with this product here, you can stream pictures. Can you show us a little bit through the product and get my annoying picture out of here?
Yeah, so very easy. We have an app which is now available for iOS and Android.
You'll find the download link down here with your website and your LinkedIn page.
Exactly. So you can download it. You will find in the app stores 2 apps. One app is for the smartphone, and the other app is for your tablet, in case you don't have a frame player yet. You just want to play around and test it. In the app, you will find inspirational playlists. So we created already 100,000 playlists in different topics, which you can explore here easily. So let me, for example, get some playlists of people, like some portrait pictures. And you see here how easy I can stream and change the content, because it's connected over a cloud system. So it is independently of our Wi-Fi system here. You just need to be connected with the internet. That means you can super easy, just by a swipe, change the photography. You can find different playlists. You can even create your own playlists. And just by a finger tap, you can send a selfie or bring new photography into your room. So this is basically how the app and the technology works behind. You can go, for example, here to any topic. For example, you would like to explore other cities, other travel destinations.
Shanghai.
For example, Shanghai. Yeah, you are a professional. So in my case, I don't know all these cities. Let's make another example. What about this one? You have an idea?
Venice.
Venice, could be Venice, yes. So you can just bring
this also
inspiration.
qualifies as the geography lessons, right? So if there's a teacher out there, you can show it.
I think this is the special topic, like the special thing about photography. It has a message. It has a photojournalism aspect. It could be educational. It could be some inspiration, slow down for you. It's a new category of entertainment.
Yeah, and in geography classes, for example, you could use it, show some pictures and make the students guess which city it is, right?
Absolutely. So we have some pre-selected content which is already well-known worldwide. Let's take, for example, maybe these guys here. And you see, this, for example, is a landscape photo. We show it currently in portrait. So together with this little remote, you can easily adjust it. For example, you hang it on the wall, and then you go and change the orientation. So it automatically adapts, and you see it in the landscape. So we will ship it also with a 360 swivel on your wall. So because photography is sometimes vertical, sometimes landscape, and you can adjust it easily. So this is what we built now as a product. This is one of our very first devices. The special thing about the Frame Player are three things. First, it is a totally different display than you know actually from your TV or your iPad or smartphone, because this is an in-lane switch EPS display. So this display is actually used in photography studios, in Hollywood studios, for the most authentic visualization of photography. And maybe you see it has no reflection. It has from 180 degrees, a very stable angle. I try maybe like to show you this in the video, like in the, maybe you see like it's almost not changing its quality from any angle. Like a real picture. This is the first thing. The second thing, we really cared about the aesthetics. For us, it was very important not just to produce a gadget. It is a smart home object, like a real picture frame. It's a really huge step forward to how smart gadgets will now merge with our analog world in our home decor, but also in our business purposes. And that's why we decided to make it as much appealing, as much Scandinavian elegant design as we could. And that's why it has this very nice, very thin Scandinavian frame. You see how thin this Frame Player is. And one of the most important details, I would even say, is the motion sensor over here. So in this version, you see it very, very highlighted. In our final product, it's almost invisible. This motion sensor recognizes your movement in up to 10 meters in a room. So you just enter the room by opening the door, it's on, like your smartphone. As you know it from the display, it goes that fast.
And when you're not there, it's basically saving energy?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. And I think that's the longest product promotion we ever had in Startup Radio. So, but I nevertheless found it fascinating. So you've been on Kickstarter. What are the 3 recommendations you would give to everybody out there who wants to do a Kickstarter campaign? What are the top 3 things you've learned?
First, you need to create a community before you start, at least 2 or 3 months before. Create a list of people who are really willing to get your device. So you can do that over Facebook promotions. You can do it over events you make, meetups you make. So make really sure you have at least 1,000 of people subscribed to your mailing list. In our case, we also had some support from real professionals who are every day promoting Kickstarter campaigns. Keep in mind, your campaign is not the only one launching in this year. Like every day, hundreds of new projects appear on Kickstarter, and you need to stand out somehow. So obviously you need also to run Facebook ads or some other ads. And like the third thing is, which is maybe the most crucial, you will pivot your strategy in this 30 days or in this campaign time several times. So you go in and say, I have 3 types of pledges how you can support me. But you will see after a couple of weeks, the early birds are away. So you need new incentives, which don't compromise the previous one, but still are more sexy than that what you already offered. And with this, we really went through an emotional up and down over these 30 days. And we managed in the last day even to double the funding amount from 50K to 100K, what we were not even able to collect in the first 3 weeks, right? And this is what you should keep in mind. Create your community upfront. Really like think how you want to promote your product. And the most important, pivot and be flexible. Always change, adapt.
And what I totally want to add, I get very, very frequently emails. Hi, look, my project is on Kickstarter. Can you please promote it? First, why should I do it? Talk to the people first. Secondly, they'll have a schedule. Right now, we're recording this towards end of September. It will go live in October. So there are several weeks, maybe month ahead of schedule. So basically, you need to talk to the people you want to promote or get into the news there and talk to them. Get into their schedule. Schedule your campaign not only for you, but also for the people who work with you. You're supposed to work with. And I would assume about 20% of the work go in before the campaign, and 80% of the work is when the campaign is really firing. So basically, many people assume, oh, I now did something fancy, I put it on Kickstarter and it will work out. No, it won't.
No, it will not. So 20% is at least what you have to put up front. I think we could even do more up front. So we decided 6 weeks before that we want now to push that to Kickstarter and do really good research how Kickstarter works. There are some mechanism which you should keep in mind, how your ranking will be or your listing of your project, for example, based on how many money did you collect per day, divided by how many backers did you attract per day, and then they have some factors of the hypeness of your product. So even the ranking inside of Kickstarter is very important. You may get 50% of your backers organically from people who just go on Kickstarter to explore new things, but you need also to care about the other 50%, which will come through promotion and really spread the word of your project. It's not just sitting. And I think you really should keep in mind what is your funding amount you want to reach. If it's too high, it's very hard to reach. If it's too low, people don't believe that you mean it seriously. And in total, keep also in mind that when you are making a Kickstarter, you definitely need to reach out for PR. You definitely need to reach out for influencer people who give you this extra leverage, which you maybe take again in your landing page so that people see, okay, these guys talked about us. And very soon we will also launch our next Kickstarter about our soon to become new
and you
product.
Prepared something. You brought something with you.
Yeah, this is.
May I? Because this looks very. Let me show you here.
Yes, this is one of our very first prototypes. This is the Framen TV stick.
Yeah.
So with the TV stick,
it looks at least like a stick.
Yes, it is a stick. It is an HDMI stick, and we will ship that in a box like this. And the sexiness about this stick is you can super easily transform your TV to a photo streaming device. For all this great photography we have in our platform, you can change it. It's not just a random photo which is provided by some screensavers. It is exactly the art you want. It's exactly the thing you want to explore, travel, or inspire yourself. But also very special, we will do it before Christmas. And Christmas is a very good time where people come together. Some of them have been abroad in this year. Some of them may be married this year. There are a lot of personal moments you experience in that year.
And for your PR, keep in mind everybody wants to have something done before Christmas. So basically, I do get approached by 2 startups in August and more than 70 in December. So keep in mind there are other people out there. Schedule your work way ahead. Be prepared.
Absolutely.
Just personal experience.
And that's right. It even matters in which day you launch. So typically on Saturday and Sundays, people are off. They are not sitting in front of PCs. You will see this, you will not get that much traffic on the weekends compared to normal days. So if you want to launch, you should do it maybe in the mid of the week.
And what also is important, especially for our marketing, for example, 50% of this will be seen by Americans. So basically, I adjust my marketing, my campaigns to American holidays. It worked beautifully for me to do advertisement around Labor Day. And if America is your preferred market, make yourself familiar with the habits, make yourself familiar with the public holidays, use them.
Absolutely. So on these days, I remember it was for us the 4th of July, Independence Day. So on this day, it was a very successful day for us. So keep this in mind. And that's why we launch in November, not in December. Because a lot of campaigns want now to launch the product. I think the good thing is if you have a community, you can approach this community very directly because we offer to all our backers now this very special Kickstarter price. It will be below $30. And this is the very special topic. If you have a community, go to them. They love you. They want to support you.
And what's also, so basically this stick makes a smart TV, a TV, like one of your Framer players. Is that true?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
So
I
you
understand.
can give, like, for example, to your brother, your sister, your parents, grandfather, grandmother, you can give them the stick, and super easy. They just plug it into the HDMI slot and you can send photos, selfies, photo playlist, or they can do it with their phones. So it is a
Show a
very
few more pictures of us. I'm not the only one ridiculous here.
Yes, of course. So I can show you how easy it is to create a photo playlist. So we took some selfies here up front. You select them from your camera roll. You can even add that, like edit them. We will come up with great filters very soon and easily add that to a playlist. For example, I made a startup radio playlist here. It will be uploaded right now. It's just a few
And
seconds.
I assume for every Freeman that will be sold in the future, there will be a startup radio playlist, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I hope so.
Guys,
that
you
do
heard
it.
him. He promised.
And we really mattered about some very nice gesture features. So I was always like wishing that I could just flip over a picture just by a finger slide. And this is like the magic moment.
This is me again. Wait. Oh, yeah, that's much better. That's
Yeah,
on
this
me.
one is much better, maybe. So you can create your own custom playlist. Here's my
Legend,
bro
wait
founder
for
behind
it.
the camera. So this is a lot of fun how you can share your private moments all over the world on huge screens, and this is the difference compared to Instagram
I
or
actually
WhatsApp.
love that picture that is going to be on our Instagram account.
Yeah, thanks. So with this stick, you can enable any black screen and turn it into a photo streaming device.
Yeah. And since we've recorded this video end of September, it will be launched a few days before your next Kickstarter campaign. So go down here, have a look at the guides, and you can find the next Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah. And we also offer a very special discount for your guys. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Go down here in the show notes and have a look, and you'll find the discount code and the Kickstarter campaign. So, and when you're done with your crowdfunding campaign on whatever platform is out there, where you guys want to go? What do you actually want to do? Because you then have a frame that's very neat. You do have this TV stick, and what else is on your to-do list? Like world domination or something?
Yeah, so we want actually to make any black screen in the world to be a piece of art or streaming photography device. And therefore, we will launch in beginning of 2019 our apps also on Apple TV, Fire TV Stick, Android TV devices. We also approach now all the major TV brands to make our app as one of the default photography apps to make this content streamable. So we really want to approach any black screen. And especially, we want to bring the photographers together with B2B, like restaurants, hotels, bars, offices. These businesses pay a lot for photography, and they normally go to stock photography, to marketing agencies. They need to print the content. It's very inconvenient. It takes a lot of time. It's not so easy to replace. And we bring directly photographers on the screens of B2B. This is our vision.
That means if you're a photographer out there who likes to take pictures of cocktails, there would be basically a potential venue for you to like sell your pictures. How does it work? Is it like actually selling the picture, or is it like streaming and you're an artist? How would it work?
So we start with that you just download the app, and out of your gallery you create a playlist and you submit it that we can review. So we need a kind of little review like Netflix. And with your content, if it's great, we will directly bring that public to all the people who use our service. So all the bars and cafes in the world will find your playlist and will be able to stream it. And we will give you the feedback who is watching your photography. This is the first step. The cafes and bars want maybe to modify a bit. For example, they want to add a price to the cocktail photos, or maybe they want to add a logo of their bar on the content. This will be part of the premium subscription and more features. And based on the premium subscribers, we will start then a revenue split program with the photographers based on your content, how often was it viewed and where. So we are very open to those people who want to make this next step to have discussion with. Just approach us.
So everybody who produces like smart TVs, any type of streaming stick or something like this, they should talk to you.
Please, very welcome.
And since a lot of investors are right now looking at this, are you open to venture capital as well?
Absolutely. As we have now proven our concept on the Kickstarter campaign, we open now our equity round. It's our seed round right now. You can directly approach us. We talk to the first investors and we want to close the round within the next 3 to 6 months. So we are very open also to international, as WeWork is one of our first supporting company invested in our company. So you're very open and very welcome to talk to us.
Great. Best of luck with it.
Thank you very much.
That's all, folks. Find more news, streams, events, and interviews at www.startuprad.io. Remember, sharing is caring.